right, folks, welcome back to our Addison Sports Special here at Village Hall. Today, I have myself, co-host Jason Contraveos, with my trusty co-host, Dean Stathopoulos.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you again, Jay.
Yes, sir. It's been a little bit of a break since our last show, so we're happy to have two fun, energetic guests today. We have our local swim team, the Sharks, and we have also a local wrestling champion. We have Chase here today with his father, Mac. And I got to say, to start things off, you know, last time we were here, well, actually, no, it was 2 episodes ago when we did our Cub Sox thing.
Right.
And, you know, I thought, I'm gonna try to come and bring you a little luck. So I wore my, coming from a better time, coming from the Frank Thomas era, I brought my Big Hurt jersey. So I'm hoping to bring them a little luck, but not when it comes to the weekend series.
Not this weekend, no. They're going to be playing in Wrigley Field.
But,
yeah, Cub Sox crosstown this weekend. It's exciting. I'll be there Friday. You going to go out to any of the games?
I'm unfortunately busy this whole weekend.
Okay.
Busy time of year for me. But I will be following on my phone as often as I can.
Oh, yeah.
So it's always good energy, no matter what the standings say with these two teams. Whenever they play, it's good for the fans. It's good for the game. So
especially the White Sox. They have, 7 rookies on their roster right now?
Yeah.
And they're going to get a taste to see what it's really like when you get Cubs against the Sox on the field. And then the fans in the stands, the energy, the buzz that's going to be there. It's going to be an incredible experience for everybody there.
Yeah, I mean, it's the closest thing you're going to get to playoff action without actually being in the playoffs.
Yes,
so
exactly.
No, it's good, and I think we have good weather coming this weekend too. So that's the way. You don't want to muddy up Cubs Sox series. So no, it should be fun. I think we have Rockin' Wheels coming up.
Yes.
When's the first date?
The first Thursday in June.
Okay.
Escapes me now, but I think it's the 3rd or the 4th. I should know because I know we'll be there.
Yes.
You'll probably be out there as well. Great entertainment. And hopefully, I know we're talking about it, maybe doing a remote episode from Rockin' Wheels this summer.
Yes.
You guys come and visit us.
We're definitely going to be out there in the crowd, taking questions, taking answers, and kind of just feeling people out here, see what are the stories that they're more interested in that we could bring to you guys going forward.
Yeah. So on that, why don't we get going, introduce our first guests?
For sure.
And we'll get the show going. Thank you, everybody. Look forward to it.
All right, folks, we're back with our first segment. We have our Wooddale and Addison Sharks here with us today, our young swimmers. Local swim division. Since 2019, they've been doing this. Now, Sarah, you're the head coach. You've been running the program, teaching these guys everything, or how does that work?
I was the assistant coach for the past 3 years, and this will be my first year as the head coach. So we will be practicing. We have 5 days a week practice from 7 to 10 a.m. We're still figuring out the logistics, what our practice times will be, but it's between that time.
Okay. Now, what is your swimming background? Were you someone that learned how to swim from a young age? Did you compete at a young age?
I did. So I was actually a part of one of the founding swim teams that have combined to make the Sharks. So I grew up on the Wooddale Water Rats, and then I joined in 1990. And so I swam from the time I was 7 until I graduated from high school. And then our other founding team are the Addison Bullfrogs. So they were a team that I competed against when I was younger.
So when you guys take any new young athletes that are interested in, is there any, what is the gap from the youngest you'll take them to the oldest?
So we have swimmers from age 5 to 18, or your last year in high school. And our only real requirement is that you can safely swim across the pool a 25-yard swim.
Okay. So do you guys have any other programs in town for someone that is not able to do that needs to get that foundation before they're ready to join the Sharks?
The Wooddale Park District does have a swim lesson program. They actually are in the water right after we're practicing in the morning. So they have daytime lessons in the morning, and then they also have a night lesson program. I'm less familiar with the Addison Park District, but I believe they also have a swim lesson program at Centennial.
Okay, yeah, no, that does sound right. And with some of your more accomplished athletes that go through the program, do they often end up like either helping to instruct in younger classes or doing lifeguard work?
So several of our swimmers here are actually lifeguards at the Wooddale pool, and then our 2 assistant coaches are also previous swimmers from, one was from the Sharks, and then one is from one of the founding teams from the Addison Bullfrogs.
Oh, that's great. Now, can you tell us a little bit, maybe go over some of the accomplishments of the Sharks and of the program over the last couple of years?
Sure. Over the last couple of years, we kind of came together during the pandemic. Both Wooddale and Addison's former teams had come apart, and they decided to combine to make a team so that we could continue forward. So since 2019, we have continued to grow in size. Our first year was, just meets at our pool, competing against ourselves, and since then we've been able to reopen to compete against the other teams in the DuPage Swim and Dive Conference. Our team has continued to grow each year, and we have even taken beginning swimmers that are a little bit older in age, and we're working with them as well to help them become competitive swimmers.
Yeah. Now, in the swimming world, when you have a young, interested swimmer coming in, can you often tell early on if there's natural ability there that's going to be formable, or if this is a project, or?
I think it depends on what a swimmer wants to do. Mm-hmm. We certainly have swimmers that are part of our swim team more for the social aspects, to be with friends and to have a good time and be part of that community. And then we have swimmers that go on to be high school swimmers for their local, for the Addison Trail or for Fenton High School. And then, from there, some of our swimmers have gone further, to compete in regionals, sectionals, or state.
Oh, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, I think now would be a good time we could check in with some of our young swimmers. So you guys, we're gonna pass the mic down the row. We'll start one at a time. Introduce yourself. Maybe tell us how long you've been involved with the Sharks and how long you've been involved with swimming in general, and one of your favorite things that you've got out of swimming.
Hi, my name is Parker. I've been swimming for almost 10 years now, maybe 10 years, I'm not sure. I think one of my favorite parts about being on the team is just I've met so many friends from here, from this team alone, and it's just been really fun to hang out with them during the summer and even outside of it. It's you really make lifelong memories here, and I think that's great.
That's awesome. I mean, do you take pride in your ability to swim? I mean, I'd imagine there's times that could come in when you're out in the public where someone could be struggling, or are you someone that's actually a lifeguard?
Yeah.
Okay.
This year's gonna be my second year working at the Wooddale pool.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I've seen that plenty of times with, sometimes younger swimmers are actually the most knowledgeable people in the pool or at the beach when there are situations that come up. So it's even when you're not officially on duty as a lifeguard, it could get pulled in and you might just be asked to jump into duty. So what do you plan on doing further with it? Where do you want to see your swimming take you?
I currently swim for Addison Trail High School. I think I'd like to continue with that. Mm-hmm. Maybe swim in college. I'm not sure yet, but I'll figure it out.
That's awesome. Well, good for you. Thank you for taking a moment with us. Let's pass the mic on down. Please introduce yourself. Tell us something that you love about swimming.
I'm Holland. I've been swimming for about 10 years now, and my favorite part about it is just how supportive the community is. From coaches to parents, everybody, no matter what's going on, they're always willing to support you and just be there for you, whether it's help with your swim or outside of it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So are you swimming currently with the Sharks? Are you with your school?
I swim with the Addison Trail swim team.
Oh, so you guys both at Addison Trail?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. So do you see yourself wanting to take it past high school, or?
Hopefully. I'm going to try my best, work as hard as I can during winter and summer season, and hopefully that'll bring me to college.
There's something about whether the water is frozen or whether it's actually true water. The hockey and the swimming community seem to just be so supportive throughout all the sporting groups that I've talked to. So it's nice to hear that from you also, to someone at a younger age. So good luck to you going forward.
Thank you.
Let's pass the mic on. Please tell us, introduce yourself. Tell us your favorite thing about swimming.
Hi, my name is Lexi. I've been a part of the team for 5 years, so since it was turned to Sharks. My favorite thing about swimming, I'm kind of going to go along with the same path that they had. I really love how inviting the community is. Most of the girls that I'm friends with currently were already like friends before I was part of the team. My first year on the team, though, I became so close with them. So I think it's just really amazing, like how quickly I was able to build bonds with everybody on the team. And I think that's definitely my favorite part, is that like no matter like how new or old people are on the team, like I think we do like a really good job of just including everybody and making sure that like everybody is kind of a part of our like whole big friend group.
That's great to hear, and I mean it's really awesome that you're even aware of that it's going on like that. So thank you a lot for sharing that. I appreciate you. How about you, bud?
Hi, my name is Calvin. I've been on the swim team since 2023. Yeah, and I also made new friends when I joined the swim team. So, yeah.
Do you see yourself wanting to keep swimming in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, that's good. That's good. Now, do you have any other friends that you got into swimming with, or have you made more friends since you've joined swimming?
I made friends when I joined swimming in 2023. And, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. No, well, that's good to hear. I'm proud of you. You going to keep it going?
Yeah.
Yeah? You plan on going all the way into high school?
Yeah,
That's
probably.
good to hear. All right. Well, thanks a lot. Well, let's pass the mic and keep going down the road here. Please introduce yourself. Tell us something that you love about swimming.
Hi, I'm Violet, and I've been on the swim team for about 3 years now, I think. And I really just love like how like I didn't know really many people on the swim team. I just now joined, and like I have so many new friends since joining.
Well, that's awesome. So you too? You think this is something you're going to do for the long haul?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe lifeguarding too down the road?
Yeah, maybe.
That's awesome. Well, glad to hear it, and hopefully you can keep going on your journey. Let's pass the mic to our last buddy here.
I am Logan McCarthy. This is maybe either my first or second year on the swim team.
That's awesome. So is this something that has helped you make more friends too?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, do you enjoy being with this group? Has the Sharks been fun for you?
Yes, very much.
That's awesome. Well, hopefully you keep going on this journey too, and you can be once at the high school level with these girls.
Yep.
Well, thanks. Well, Sarah, can you tell us a little bit about programs you guys have coming up now in the summer?
So some events that are coming up for us. We have a mandatory parent meeting coming up next Monday on the 19th at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
so if you need,
early.
7 a.m. would be very early. If you need more information about the team, I would definitely plan on attending that. That's at the Wooddale Park District. You'll also see us. We're marching in the parade for Memorial Day on Monday the 26th. So if you wanted to, we'll have flyers. We'll be marching through Wooddale. So if you wanted to catch us there, we'll be there. And then we also have our trial week. So if you're not sure that this is something you want to do, but you want to give it a try, we have trial week starting the 27th. That week of Memorial Day. It'll be the 27th through the 30th at the Wooddale pool or the beach from 5:30 to 7. So it's a good time for you to come out and give it a try, and then you could still, register at the Park District if you decide that's something you want to do.
Well, that's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
It really sounds like if you're someone that's looking to get your kids into just gaining a solid foundation and being more safe while swimming, or if you want to compete at a higher level, the Sharks has something here for anybody. So thank you for joining us. Thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, good luck to you guys. Hopefully we'll see you guys in the future.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we are back with our next segment. I am very excited to bring on a multiple state champion here. We have the young Chase Amorn, and his father, Mac, is joining us too. Mac, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing the story of Chase and bringing it to my attention, first of all. And thank you for bringing your son on here. Very accomplished son at such a young age. So, Chase, I have a lot of questions for you, but I'm going to start with your dad here. So, Mac, tell me a little bit about your wrestling background.
I didn't start till junior high. My parents were immigrants, and in Thailand, wrestling's not big. It's more Muay Thai. So I was interested in wrestling junior high when I was at Indian Trail. So I jumped in about 6th or 7th grade, and I continued on from high school. But as the sport of wrestling, the earlier you start, the better you can become.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd imagine that's, true. They always say with musical instruments, they say that with learning other languages, that
Yes.
getting started early. So I'd imagine why would it be any different for wrestling?
Exactly.
So was that something that was a focus for you early on with Chase, knowing that you didn't have that early foundation and wanted to see what could happen if you try it with your son?
Yes, sir. I have two sons, actually. I have an older son. He's 17-year-old at Addison Trail.
Oh, okay.
He started out at 7 years old at headlock. So I wanted him to start earlier, at 5 years old. But he just wasn't having it. So I finally talked him into doing it, and he's still wrestling now. He's a varsity wrestler at Addison Trail. But with Chase has been in the wrestling room with me while I was coaching since he was about 2 years old. He wasn't wrestling, but he was watching. And you learn a lot from watching. And I think that grew his interest in the sport. So by the time he was 4, he said, can I wrestle? Can I wrestle? I was like, no, not yet, not yet. So when he hit 5 years old, I'm like, okay, now we could start practicing.
That's awesome. And I don't know if you're aware, it's a very similar timing and path of Kobe Bryant with his father.
Yes.
Kobe was at 2, 3, was following him around, he was watching his dad on TV and was at home with his grandparents mimicking the dribble, the shot, and like play by play. So, it's the type of thing I really respect that with your older son, that you just let him find it on his own, because, a lot of times parents will try to force it a little early, and, if the kid isn't ready and doesn't truly love it on their own and find it on their own, then you've already started kind of on a rough foundation, right?
Exactly. There's more options for them just to say, I don't like the sport if you're forcing it. As in everything, you have to love it if you want to become great.
So, Chase, do you love it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you love wrestling?
Yeah.
So, right now, you just came off of the freestyle championship, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you're state champion in that, and you're 8 now? You did turn 8?
He just turned 9.
Oh, you just turned 9. I'm sorry. So you were 8 at the time you won that, though, no?
We were 9 when we won the freestyle one, but for the IKWF ones, he was 8.
And he's won that one multiple years in a row?
Yes, he's a double state champ. So he's won IKWF state title, and he won an Illinois freestyle state title 2 years in a row. So he's a double state champion of 2024, 2025. And
so is that something he could go for 3 in a row now?
He could.
Yeah.
He definitely could. It's going to get harder as you go, because now we're moving up into a bigger age bracket. Before we were at Bantam, now we're moving up to intermediate.
Okay, so he'll be on the younger side of that?
He'll be on the younger side, but when he won his first state title, he was on the younger side of it as well, but he still came out on top. So
I've been watching you, Chase, okay? I see, first of all, the way you climb that rope, I mean, that is remarkable, but you put the work in. It doesn't just happen. This isn't just, you don't just show up and win, right? No? I know you practice. I watch you practice.
Yeah, I practice.
Yes, you do. So do you practice most with your dad, or?
Well, he goes in the room and coaches me a lot. Like if I'm doing something wrong, then he corrects it, and other coaches help too.
Okay, so you got a lot of eyes on you. So I think that's probably really beneficial too, that you can have multiple people. So, and I feel strong on this. When you're young and you got to trust your coaches. Do you trust your coaches?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Do you think that's a big part of why you're successful? Your coaches leading you?
Yeah.
So now let's go back to the most recent accomplishment was the freestyle one, correct?
yes.
Now, Dad, you might remember a little bit more than Chase detail-wise, but throughout that bracket getting there, was he behind early in some of these? Did he fight through, or was he kind of he was in control a lot of them?
There's 1 or 2 matches where it was close, but he pretty much opened the gap, because the scoring is different in freestyle.
Okay.
It's more the Olympic style of the sport of wrestling. So if you reach 10 points first, it's a technical fall. So some of these matches never meet. There's only 2 periods versus folk style. Big difference. Folk style is much harder, in my opinion. That's the American style of wrestling, where you have to focus on riding on top. You have to focus on getting out from the bottom. In freestyle, it's not as much. You take someone down, you have about 10, 15 seconds to turn them to score. And if not, the referee stands it back up and you go again. Folk style, much different, much harder, bigger brackets. Freestyle's smaller brackets because it's postseason, so a lot of kids do other sports. So, but all the hardcore wrestlers wrestle year round. So there's Greco-Roman, which is all upper body, freestyle, then folk style.
Okay, so when he's training for a freestyle tournament, the training's a little different?
A little bit different,
Okay.
yes, because the scoring is much different.
Okay, so the focus is different on how you're approaching the technique, the
Yes.
strategy, that's all?
Yes, much different.
And
Folk style.
he's able to turn that switch and understand
Yes.
the differences? Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very impressive, Chase.
He's been doing it for a good amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, I can't go over enough. I mean, can we look briefly at your bracket here from to the left is the one from your most recent, from 2025.
Yes. Yeah.
Was there any matches on there that really challenged you? Anyone coming in that you knew was going to be tough?
We knew his semifinals match against James Chapman, right? We knew he was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like he was in our bracket last year, but we didn't meet him. We ended up taking up 7th.
Okay.
But we knew he had a great record coming in, and he was on a hot streak. So Chase met him in the semifinals, and the semifinals sometimes is the finals.
Yeah.
Because you know
Sometimes
that's
it's
your
the real
toughest.
finals, yeah.
Yeah, so we were a little nervous about that match, but you know, Chase surprised me and his coach and beat the kid 16-0 and just tech fauled him. So we're like,
yeah.
okay, wow.
That's
so
awesome.
we were very impressed with that one. But remember, we don't take any match lightly.
You can't.
We
Yeah.
treat every match like it's a championship match because that's the way you have to think. Because once you start overlooking people is when mistakes happen, right? And that's when you'll fail the most. So we always say, hey, we got to wrestle like it's the finals every match.
Are you able to do that, Chase? You able to turn it on like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know when it's go time?
Yeah.
So do you have any older wrestlers that you like to follow, whether it's, I don't know if you're able to get out and watch any of the high school or college or Olympic wrestlers, but who do you like?
Oh, yeah, I like Coach Corey Clark. He's the head coach of Corey Clark.
Yeah. So yeah, you've liked watching him?
Yeah, he's our current head coach. We wrestle at Corey Clark Wrestling,
Yeah.
and he was a NCAA national champion out of Iowa in 2017, two-time runner-up in 2016, 2015. So he's a hammer, and he's a great coach for Chase.
Yeah. He doesn't still compete, does he?
No,
But does he
just
ever
coaches.
put on a show with some of the higher level guys and show them what's up?
Because he still wrestles, he still coaches the Montini team, and Montini is a very good wrestling school. And so we go to practice, and he'll be there wrestling with the Montini kids, and showing them a thing or two, and it's amazing. And if you go, we watch a lot of his matches on YouTube, and so a lot of the stuff that he's showing us is what he did. And so when Chase sees that, he's like, hey, Coach Corey showed us that. Coach Corey teaches us that. So it's great where he's teaching us techniques that work for him, and he's showing these little guys.
Well, it's awesome. I spoke about it when we had some of the AT wrestlers on, but did you get a chance to watch that NCAA championship match? And Chase watched that?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a great example of what you're talking about, that you have to take everyone seriously. You can't say, oh, this guy doesn't have the resume, or this guy doesn't have the wins in his repertoire. He still could beat you if you take your foot off the gas, right?
Agreed. Like if you watch the finals of the NCAAs of the heavyweight, Gable Stevenson versus Wyatt Henderson. Everyone, Gable Stevenson's a Olympic gold medalist, right? Everyone thought he's going to just win. He's just going to win. Wyatt Henderson just believed in himself. And within, 20 seconds left, he got a takedown and won the NCAA title over an Olympic champion. Yeah. And so right there, it's a sign of you can never give up. You can never count yourself out.
Well, how often, Chase, do you feel like you're in there with someone that's really powerful, that's like, oh, this guy might be stronger than me?
Like, if they look like a little bigger and stuff, like a little often.
What do you do in that scenario when the guy is bigger than you? Does that just mean you gotta dig a little deeper?
Yeah, but then I don't tie up with them, and I gotta shoot fake, and then when they get fake, you can shoot on them again or snap.
Oh, so you've got counter moves based on your opponent. You already think like that, huh?
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's kind of game planning in a way where if you know the opponent's bigger and stronger, the last thing you want to do is tie up with a bigger and stronger guy. So you want to use your advantages, and his advantage is speed, technique. So he'll work from the outside, working fakes, head movement until he catches them off guard, and he could.
So are you in his ear during the matches, or do you let the other coaches handle it more?
It's usually me and Coach Corey coaching him.
Yeah.
We don't have to say too much. Usually Chase gets in there and.
Well, it sounds like he just gave me the answer before you needed to, so he knows the logic behind it. It's awesome, Chase.
Yes.
It's very impressive.
I feel during his first state title, I was more nervous in the build-up to the finals than he was. Like my heart was beating. I was, oh my God. And I looked over at him and he was just calm. And I asked him, I was like, hey, you all right? He's like, I'm good, Dad. I'm calm. I'm ready to go. And I was like, wow, okay.
Well, when you put in the type of work that I've seen you put in, and I only see glimpses. I only see the stuff that your dad shares on social media. So I know there's way more work than what I've seen. But I think that, and I say this to athletes a lot, when you put that work in, that means you're prepared. And when you're prepared, what are you nervous about? You go out there and do your best, and your best has gave some incredible results over these last couple of years. So I'm excited to just keep following your journey here and see how many in a row you can get. We've got 2 back-to-back now, right?
Yes.
On this one, so we're going for 3 next year, right?
We're going to try.
Why not? We're going to try. Why don't you stop there? Hopefully you stick around. We would love to see you wrestle at Addison Trail one day. So that would be a dream of mine. So I hope that's your dream too. But whatever opportunities come in front of you, I hope you take whatever's the biggest and greatest and take whatever challenge is up there, even if it's a little scary, because so far you've shown at a young age that you can accomplish whatever you put your mind to. And I think that wrestling is great. It's a combo of skill and will, and you have both, so you're blessed. But you guys, what do you got coming up next for Chase? Well, what's the next opportunity?
I mean, we're pretty much just working on developing, getting stronger, developing. We have camps we have another team that we work with that we do a lot of wrestling camps. We just had Jason Nolfin this past weekend. He's a 3-time NCAA champ from Penn State. So we did a 5-hour camp with him. Wow. Then we have more camps coming up, just bringing in NCAA champs to train these kids, to learn to pick up a system of wrestling, and that's our goal. We just want to keep developing. We have a national tournament in July at Cedar Point, Ohio. Okay. So we're going to go out there for a Rumble. It's called Grand River Rumble. So it's all the best kids around the nation come to this one, and we wrestle off dual teams. So just kind of like high school style. You go through the weights, face each team, and then you build brackets, gold brackets, silver brackets, And so we'll be doing that, and just more camps, just developing and still working out. He works out every day for practice. We practice about 5-6 days a week, and it's a year-round sport for us. He doesn't play any other sports. We just wrestle because, you could be a jack of all trades, but a master of none. And we want to be the master of one. So that's awesome, the way we're looking.
Well, so far you look to be the master of one right now. So I wish you the best, man. God bless you, and we'll be following your journey going forward. And you check in with us anytime, please, Mac. Let us know. Keep us updated with everything going on with Chase. But good luck to you. We'll see you guys in the future, I'm sure.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Well, I got to say, Jay, that was an exciting show we did today.
Fun.
We had some great kids on there, great accomplishments. It was nice to see the swim team come along too. People, don't forget, if you're interested in swimming, reach out to the Wooddale and Addison Sharks. And also wrestlers out there, Chase is a great kid to follow. So on that, you want to just talk about one more thing? And then we'll wrap this up.
No, impressive kids on today, especially Chase. But we do want to remind everyone, we have the 5K run here in Addison that's Saturday, June 14th. I'm signing up under my family, Team Contraveos. You can join our team or you can create your own team. Signups are closing soon, so get in on that ASAP. But it is going to benefit the American Cancer Society. So really would love to see everyone in the community show up for that and support as much as we can. Yeah. But with that, I think we're done on this one.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys next time. And just one final thing to all my Sox fans, we'll see you at the rate.
Yes, sir. Goodbye.